Jays way in Toronto. Welcome to Rogers Center. We've got open-air baseball for you on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here. Today's starting pitcher, Kevin Gausman. What do we have on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Mike Tauchman, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And that one fouled off. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 1-2. That's down and in. Next offering is down low. On a line out towards center. Lucas puts it away, and there's one down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox.
Luis Robert Jr.
And now it's Luis Robert. Just missed. Gausman, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. And that one upstairs. One out, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Two outs, base is empty. Andrew Benintendi steps up. Out towards right center field. And George makes the grab. And that is that. White Sox 0, Blue Jays coming to bat. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now in Toronto. And on the hill here today, Martin Perez.
They're looking for him to get through the lineup a couple of times, limit as much damage as possible, and keep this game close. He's not exactly expected to eat up innings, Boog, but he's capable of doing that if he plays his cards right in this one.
Here's the veteran outfielder, George Springer. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-2 is the count.
Ground ball right side. Makes a sliding stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Ripped on a line. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Batting third, left fielder.
2 down, base is empty. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And first offering is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. Slice to right. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So runner at second, 2 down. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. First pitch misses.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Fastball right back to the mound. And that will end the inning. 1 left for Toronto. Scoreless after 1. Second inning
Leading
set
off
to
for the
go.
White
Here's the
Sox.
cleanup
First
hitter for the
baseman,
Sox,
Andrew
Andrew
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Come on, Kevin.
Gosman back to work. In there at the knees. And that is strike
0-1's
1.
the count.
Yeah, big swing and a miss. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. He sends it out of here. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Here's Josh Rojas. And that's way high. 1-0.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
He was late there. Strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
This one in the air, center field. Lucas hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Sosa measures 6 feet even, 25 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. And ball 1. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second.
Hey! I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Account full.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, Boog, that's an example of a good
Batting
bat
7,
without
the
getting into the hit
designated
column.
hitter,
He saw a lot of
Miguel
pitches right there, and that can set your team up for success later in the game.
And now Miguel Vargas. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Two outs, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. Off the mark there. And the count 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
And this is more than you ever know. We here for winning, and the feeling is incredible. All we do is take it to the ceiling.
Back here at Rogers
Leading
Center,
off
we head to
for
the bottom of the
Jays,
second, and now for the Jays,
hitter,
Will Wagner.
Will Wagner.
And that
Ball
is
one.
downstairs. Ball 1. And he takes a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 away.
Finished him off by blowing it by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees, so that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Inside, just missed. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Here's Andres Jimenez. In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting 8th, third
Next to
baseman,
hit, Ernie Clement.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Baldwin. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Blue Jays held in check, and it remains 1-0. And we're back.
Leading
And
off for
stepping
the White
in
Sox,
is the speedy
shortstop,
Brooks Baldwin. First pitch doesn't find the zone. On the ground to short, into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way
Corey
and still
Lee.
put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Corey Lee. And that clips the inside corner.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Now 1-1.
That's inside.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Mike Tauchman. He's 0 for 1. Just missed. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
There's the strike, and it's 2-1. That one fouled off. Baldwin over at first with 1 away. Gosman throws over.
No, he's in there.
Here's a 2-2. Runner takes off. In there for strike 3. Go to second. Out. And that'll end the inning.
They'll strike him out, throw him out to end the inning. Trying to force some action on offense, but he was all over it behind the plate.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now the center fielder, Nathan Lucas. And a swing and a line drive at a right field and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle.
Now
Solid
batting,
swing from
the
start
right
to end.
fielder,
On time with
George
everything. Really good balance.
Springer.
Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Back to the top of the lineup, and it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. And a swing and a miss.
With 2 strikes,
No ball,
may
2
see
strikes.
some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Now batting.
So up next for
Shortstop,
Toronto,
Bo
Bo
Bichette.
Bichette. 0 for 1 so far. Squirts away a little bit.
Counts 1-0.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. And that is out of play. one fouled off, 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Tying run is at first here in the last half of the third. And that one misses up and in. And the count is filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Doubled in his first AB. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
And the 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So they can't. Luis Robert now.
Center fielder Luis Robert Jr.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Benintendi up here. Flied to right his first time. And it's fouled away. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. That one pushed foul. One, 2 now.
That's ball 2.
In the air, left field. Santander puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Andrew
2
Vaughn.
outs, base is empty. So up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. And there's a ball.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Slider misses outside. That's out to center field. Lucas. And that is that. Back here at Rogers Center, John Chambie and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
People be talking, don't know what they saying. Let me reassure you, so no, I ain't playing. I'm looking you laughing, but in the future you'll be signing signatures and I'm autographing.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Next pitch is downstairs.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Two. Swung on, belted, way back there. And foul as it bangs off the fence. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Robert pulls that one down. One down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Will Wagner.
Will Wagner, the next to hit, went down on strikes his first time through. Fouled off left side. Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Throws it away. But no one moves up as it's backed up nicely there.
He was all
Now
over that one. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk grounded out his first time up. And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball one. Here goes the runner. Ground ball left side. And it stays fair. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Runners at the corners here, one away. And next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
And that's in the dirt. 1-2 the count.
Way to lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
That one misses, and the count's even at 2. Hit on the ground, might be 2. He's in safely at second as a run scores on the play, and that ties the game.
A potential double play ball hit to first is probably the toughest one to execute cleanly. That first baseman has got a very tough throwing lane to deal with because of the runner headed to second base, and a lot of times guys try to throw over or around the runner, which can really mess up a throw like that. Still, definitely an error, though.
And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Little chopper rolls foul. Two on, one out. On the ground to third, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
So 2 down now, and here is Nathan Lucas. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In there, and it's 0-1. Swings through that one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And that one in the air center field. Robert moves under it. And that is the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. On to the top of the 5th we go. All tied 1-1. And we're back.
Leading off
Digging
for the
in,
White
Josh
Sox,
Rojas.
third baseman, Josh Rojas.
Gosman back to work. That is upstairs for ball 1. Rojas goes 6'1", 205 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. Next offering is in for a strike.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
To the right side, Guerrero. He takes it on his own. 1 away here in the 5th.
Now batting, second baseman, Lenin Sosa.
Lenin Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. Struck out swinging his first time. Fastball is outside. Foul ball there. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And now Miguel Vargas hit pretty well in the air out to center. Lucas hauls it in to end the inning. Halfway home, all even, 1 apiece. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for
We
the
head to the
Jays,
bottom of the fifth.
right
Here's
fielder,
George Springer to start it off.
Springer.
That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
Well, these Jays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That's too low. 3-1.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
That one's in there, and that is strike 2.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Right back to him on the mound. Tosses to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
So digging in, Bo Bichette, 0 for 2 in this one. Tap foul at the plate. And a swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
That's outside.
That's out.
And the count is 1-2.
Oh, that's inside.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Now batting, left fielder, Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander digs in now. Ball one there. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. Score remains tied 1-1. Back now in Toronto, top 6. And now the shortstop, Brooks Baldwin. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That's in there, and it's 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. The 0-2. And that one missing inside a sharp slider.
Ball 2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Got him. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's the catcher to hit, Corey Lee. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that's in there for strike 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. It's in and out of his glove, but plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Mike Tauchman will hit next. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Ball one, no strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Fought off foul. Here's a 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Lucas makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. To the bottom of the sixth we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. All tied 1-1. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the sixth. And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. On the ground to third. Zips it across. One away, bottom of the sixth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Wagner.
And next is the designated hitter, Will Wagner. 1 for 2. First pitch misses. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Gus Varland up and throwing. Eller, the lefty, warming up as well. One down, base is empty. Pitch misses. Now 2-0.
2-0.
Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. And that one pulled foul. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
3-2. The pitch is outside. And ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Martin Perez is done, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Righty reliever out of the pen, number 64.
Shane Smith.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. This one in the air. Sosa. And there's 2 away.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Late on that fastball.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Out to center. Robert moves under it. Nabs it, and that's the inning. 1 left for Toronto. Still tied, 1-1. And we're back.
Leading
And
off
now here's
for the
big
White
center
Sox,
fielder Luis
center
Robert.
fielder Luis Robert Jr.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Ball, that's out.
And that's downstairs. 2-1.
Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now, this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. And the White Sox jump out in front. It's 2-1.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kevin Gausman makes way, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
New pitcher now for the Jays, Brendan Little.
Number 54.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is fouled back. And
One
that
ball,
skips into
2
dirt.
strikes.
Movement in the bullpen. Jimmy Garcia getting ready to go. Green warming up as well. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fly ball center field. Lucas on the move. He's got it, and there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He
Now
saved
batting
extra
first
bases for
baseman,
sure.
Andrew
If the pitcher's his
Vaughn.
friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Andrew Vaughn now. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
And that one is inside. And
No
a
pitch off
curve
the
misses
plate. Ball
outside. That's
Ball
off the
3.
mark. 3-0.
3-0.
And there's the automatic. And it's strike 2.
We got full count.
On the ground. Throw to first in time.
Now batting third baseman Josh Rojas.
And now it's going to be Josh Rojas. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
No strike.
2 outs. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
So, runner at second. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Miguel Vargas.
First and second, 2 outs. So now it's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas. That one found hard the other way.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Fouled off. He was late. Rojas on second. Sosa at first. 2 out of the inning. In the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next offering misses down and away.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
On the ground right side. And it's just foul. That was close. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And a swing and a miss. Inning over, and it could have been worse.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Set for the last half of the 7th. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement.
That one catches the corner. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Swing and a foul out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Up the middle. Sosa tosses to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now
Those plays can be tricky, they're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
So up next for Toronto, Nathan Lucas. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Stays alive. Inside, almost got him.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Line drive, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
One down, runner at first. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom of the 7th. Line drive, that's a base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high-leverage spot right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Number 64 won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
White Sox
Chicago.
going with a new arm, Gus
Number
Bartlett.
37.
These are the spots
Gus
relievers
Bartlett.
really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
First and second, 1 out. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Right through there for a strike. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. On the ground left side, 6. The flip, 1 at second, double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Now pitching. for the
Welcome
Blue
back, and a
Jays.
new arm on the mound to start the
Number
8th. Jimmy
19.
Garcia.
Pretty
Jimmy
tight game, so they're looking for
Garcia.
quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Brooks
Leading
Baldwin
off
steps
for
to the
White
plate for the
Sox.
White Sox.
Shortstop, Brooks
Well, both
Baldwin.
sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And a foul ball. And that's in the
1
dirt.
ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Just
Ball that
misses
side.
with that one.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
Got him. 1 out.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter. The bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Lee up for the
Count 1-0.
third time and takes ball 1. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Nick Sandlin preparing to come on if needed. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Foul ball. Next offering way off the plate. Next offering is fouled back. That misses, and it's 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Back to the top of the order now. Now here is Mike Tauchman. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball, still 0-2. That's inside.
That's inside.
That pitch just misses the inside corner. Now 2-2. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Swings and misses. He swung over top of the curveball.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
So here's Robert now. He said, outside low, and that is ball 1. That's through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's outside.
That's out.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Liner, base hit. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
So 2 on with 2 away. So with second and third occupied, they go for the intentional walk. Base is now loaded, and there's a force at every base.
Now batting, first baseman Andrew Vaughn.
2 outs, base is full. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andrew Vaughn. He's already homered here in this one. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. So they're all loaded up. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. 1 runs in. Oh, the throw is wild.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jimmy Garcia done for the day. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Nick Sandlin.
Number 52.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's the third baseman, Josh Rojas. And a foul ball. Two aboard, 2 outs. Not even close there. And it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. So 2 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. Last half of the 8th coming up. White Sox 4 and the Blue Jays 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 8th. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. On the outside corner, that's strike 1. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen, Justin Anderson. The closer of the staff is getting loose to finish this one off. Fastball for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
And that's down and away.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Boots it, still manages a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Varland, 28 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Hit hard but foul off to the left. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball 1. I got a ball, 1 strike.
That's to third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now Alejandro Kirk, 1 for 3. There's the strike.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across, because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
Just missed. Right side. Topman makes the grab, and that'll do it. 1 error in the inning, but nothing more. Through 8 full, White Sox 4 and the Blue Jays 1. Back now in Toronto. Now at the plate, Lenyn Sosa. That one
1-0.
misses. 1-0. Action in the pen down there. Eric Swanson appears to be getting loose. Nance, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That one well upstairs. And it's 2-0. And that one fouled off. And now it's even up.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Outside. Counts full, 3-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Miguel Vargas getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Just missed. Right through there for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Baldwin at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
The shortstop takes the ball. Two outs. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 9th. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Bottom part of the order. 7, 8, 9. 2 up in inning number 9. White Sox 4 and the Blue Jays 1. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Justin Anderson.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And now Andres Jimenez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
0-1.
The 0-1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. Here's a 1-2. And there's a ball. That one missed. And a base hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2
Now
strikes right
batting,
there. Showed a willingness to
baseman,
drive that pitch the opposite
Clemens.
way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Clement in the box now. No balls and a strike. And there's a foul ball. That missed by a lot. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Next pitch misses way outside.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
That one just misses.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Glove side, but it gets through. Jimenez around second, on his way to third. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners, nobody out.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here's the center fielder, Nathan Lucas. First pitch doesn't find the zone. With the tying run at the plate here in the last half of inning number 9. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one misses, and now 3-0. The tying run at the plate. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Swings and misses. And now it's 3-2. Jimenez at third. Clement at first with no outs. Swing and a line drive, base hit into left field. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single for 2 now.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. That was a thing of beauty. It may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Really important at bat coming up now.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Justin Anderson out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
On the mound
Chicago,
now, Frazier Eller.
number
And I
55.
can't imagine any save is an easy
Frazier
one.
Eller.
You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
So a
Pinch
change
running
being
at
made at
first
first
for the Blue
base.
Jays.
On the pinch run, Jonathan
Number 8.
Clase.
Jonathan Clase.
And the batter is George Springer. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Next
Nope,
one
that's a
misses. Now 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
On the ground,
No,
right
foul
side.
ball.
Down the line, and it's foul. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting.
So up next,
Bo
Bichette.
Bichette.
And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Yep, that ball went
That
out.
one outside, and 1-1. And that one ripped to left, and no one can get there. Around third, one runs in. Throw comes into second.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 4 with a double. There's a strike. And that is out of play. The winning run on second base.
Ball one.
Pitch misses. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And that's downstairs and outside. That misses the zone. Full count now. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Winning run stands at second. Right side, and it's just foul. That was close. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. On the outside corner. Got him looking.
I don't know what he's looking for right there. You have to be ready to swing
Now
the
batting,
bat. You
first
can walk it
baseman,
off if you're just a little more aggressive.
Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Now batting, designated hitter Will Wagner.
Will Wagner digs in now.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
That's in for a strike. Trying to send this to extra innings. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. But 3 score in the inning, 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now tied 4-4. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show.
Now pitching.
So they turn to their closer, Jeff Hoffman.
Number 23.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Runner in scoring
Leading off
position,
for the White
no
Sox.
outs.
Catcher,
Down to the
Corey
White Sox
Lee.
catcher, Corey Lee. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1. Late with the swing there.
He's really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Too low, and it's ball 3. Mike Tauchman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Three-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Tied at 4. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split-finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
Now the batter now, Mike Tauchman. Fastball for a strike. And that one fouled off. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Man at second. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That's off the mark, and the count 1-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. The run comes in from second, and they've got the lead in extra innings. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Now the number 2 hitter, Luis Robert Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not